Time for a bit of a reality check. With trillions of tax dollars being spent to fix the economy, political attacks are flying from the left and the right. And one of the latest is something the CNN Truth Squad has broke down during the election season, and now it's back, haunting us. And so is Josh Levs. Josh is in our newsroom to talk about this. So this is something that is a ghost of election past. Is that right?
I like that. Let's call it that.
All right.
Does this sound familiar to you? Some Republican lawmakers are saying President Obama's tax plan will hurt small businesses.
So if you've got a restaurant, or you have a small business, a small software company that's growing, or you have a garage, or you've got an automobile dealership, or you're a realtor, you're a sole proprietor, and you're getting hit now with a tax rate that's going to jump from 35% up to 41%. Well, where do you pay for that? You lay people off.
It is a ghost of the past. In fact, Reggie, let's zoom in on the board for a second. I want everyone to see a few things. We at the Truth Squad looked at this last year, Obama's tax plan of small businesses. So did the fine folks at CNN Money talking about Plumber Joe's taxes. So did factcheck.org about McCain when he was making this attack. Here is the basic idea. This is what it's all about. President Obama is not proposing raising business taxes. He says he'll raise income taxes on couples that make more than $250,000 a year. Well, during the election, McCain was making this argument that raising those income taxes would effectively hurt small businesses. And this here in a graphic is what the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center said. About 660,000 taxpayers who report some business income make enough money overall that their taxes will go up. But Reg, many of them have no employees at all. And most people who claim business income will actually be getting at least a small tax cut under President Obama's plan. So short version here, most small business owners are actually expected to come out at least a little bit ahead.
Interesting. All right, so on the other side of things, you're looking at something that President Obama is claiming. What's
That's
that?
right. Exactly. We're checking both sides here. And this is it. It's this figure about job creation from the stimulus.
Over the next 2 years, this plan will save or create 3.5 million jobs. More than 90% of these jobs will be in the private sector. Jobs rebuilding our roads and bridges, constructing wind turbines and solar panels, laying broadband, and expanding mass transit.
Now, Reg, check this out here. Factcheck.org, they refer to this as stimulus bill bravado when he talks about these millions of jobs that will be created. And here's some facts for you. Some economists and the Congressional Budget Office looked at versions of the bill, and they said, yeah, it might help create or save up to 3.5 million jobs. But up to, that's the key. And some economists who examined the final version of the bill said it's ultimately more like 2 million jobs maximum that you're looking at there. Now, President Obama's own economists said that they can't be sure. So the idea here really is that the president is taking the highest possible number that economists have said might be created, and he's declaring that that will factually happen. And that is why Fact Check is calling it bravado, Reg.
I see. So it's like when you go into a store and they say you could save up to $50, but you really only save about 20.
And he's saying you will. Okay, that's you know what? You just said that a lot faster than I did.
Well,
I like that.
I'm in a shopping mode right now. I don't know what that's all about.
Really? Well, you're the only one in this economy.
I guess you're right.
Congratulations.
Although Poppy Harlow says that we are beginning to shop a little bit more than what we were before. So
really? You mean anchors or people in general?
Oh, and people in general, yeah.
Oh, you guys shop a lot anyway.
More to the point.
Okay.
How soon will we know who is right in these various debates?
Yeah, that's a really good point. How soon will we know? Well, here's the thing. On the first part, if Congress does go ahead and raise the income taxes for the wealthiest Americans, we should be able to tell how small businesses are impacted. But what really gets me is the second part here, which is that when it comes to how many jobs will be saved by the stimulus, we might never know. And the reason is that there's no gauge in America for job preservation. We're going to have to listen to the analysts, see how they break it down, but sadly, we might never know if that 3.5 million figure is really accurate or not.
And that seems, at least to me, intentional.
It's quite possible. It certainly happens a lot in the land of politics, doesn't it?
Right. I mean, you say something that could be, when you look at it later, well, look, you don't know how many jobs were saved or created, so...
Well, yeah, and then I'm sure we'll be hearing about it in the next election cycle.
All right, Josh Levs out there, speaking the truth for us today. Thanks so much, Josh.
Truthing, not shopping. Thank you. See ya.